opportunity to come before you once again and declaring and decreeing that you are reforming the healthcare system for its privacy versus secrets. Let's just dive in. This is 𝒟𝒾𝓄𝓎 𝒟𝒾𝓄𝓎. Amen. This is Daily Divine Guidance 9774. I always forget that part. And we're talking about privacy versus secrets in the healthcare context with an S at the end. Why? Because we're sick of people possibly stealing body parts, causing people's endings, or being the recipients so that someone else can have organs that don't belong to them. May they suffer. Nice. Banana. Over here. All right. Right there. Order in the court. Now, in healthcare, the distinction between privacy and secrets is crucial, as we stated in the other video, especially regarding hospital employees and vendors. Both concepts involve sensitive information, but they serve different purposes and are governed by various regulations. Now remember, mental health is important too. You might hear it in the background, because ain't nobody got to be talking this loud this time of night, making all that noise until they hear my voice. So understanding privacy is mainly referring to the right of individuals, patients, employees, and vendors to control. See, why are we so loud? That's what I need to know. To control their personal information. In healthcare settings, this encompasses patient health information, which is PHI. This is legally protected information. Ear hustling. By the time you wrap it up and get your little assessment, nobody's paid to, y'all didn't see that. So that's privacy, and it should be kept secret. So there's a difference. I don't agree, because I feel like privacy shouldn't be labeled a secret, but that's what I put into the system, and it just spitted it out as if, yeah, they're secrets, whatever. Now, a secret could be, oh, I didn't put my orange juice in the refrigerator, and it was left out all night, and I still drank it. Don't tell nobody. That's one thing. Oh, I dropped the needle after I used it, and it went through my shoe, and I don't want you to tell nobody. Girl, I almost died. No, that's not a secret. You need to report that as an injury or an incident so that you can get tested for any infections or sicknesses, so that you can make sure you're not harming yourself and becoming sick while at duty, getting lockjaw or some infection in your foot. Make sure you're not diabetic and whatever else, so that you could sue the hospital saying they neglected you. And you told them that you had an injury and nobody wrote it up, and you didn't report it because they didn't make it look important. So now you sick and going, my toe came off, my foot was cut off, and now I want to sue y'all because I told you what happened. I did report it, and you didn't put it in the system. And all they can say is, but you said it was a secret. Oh, come on now. See, stuff like that. Is that a secret, or is that something that needs to be reported respectfully with privacy boundaries? Because, again, they can have a legal repercussion, non-compliance with HIPAA. This person injured themselves while they were at work, or say it's a patient. They're up here trying to pull a button, and it should be on side the bed, but they thought it was hanging up somewhere, and they reached over and missed it and fell off the bed. And you didn't say anything. Oh, we'll keep it our secret. Instead of saying, oh, that's a privacy issue that we don't need to tell everybody what happened, but we need to report it as an incident. See the difference? All right. City workers. Somebody calls me and say, oh, it's a car accident. You see the ambulance leave. You don't know the difference. Maybe you do know. You're part of the good old boys club of, hey, these my flying monkeys. They'll never get in trouble. Y'all going to hell. Now, Just gonna rinse the spot down, throw the body somewhere in the water. Never reported properly. Oh, just an incident. You gonna rinse the street down, left the body somewhere, car somewhere in the water. See. Then somebody just buried on the beach, right? You so smart. Anyway, maybe it was a doll. My doll, your doll, voodoo doll, whatever. Forbidden doll, taboo doll, baby doll. Nicknames for passionate relationships, mother, daughter. See. God will judge you. So the law may ever, never know. I can tell them all day what I think, believe, and see, and what I heard the angels tell me, and how sometimes people testify. Yeah, he did it. And he ain't even sorry, the bastard. Go tell on him. I can't do it. But I could tell you where the evidence at. Now, keep in mind, little crazy babies, we get rid of him, and we ain't got to worry about it. Oh, you crazier than we thought. Now, legal and ethical action. Yeah, back. All right. So, green screen. Well, while it's getting yourself ready, available, thank you for it's our negligence towards the charging. We got several notices, as you know, to charge it, and we just kept talking magically. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. Mm-hmm. And it was magically delicious. It was. Now, when it got me a little, it won't be that long, honey. Hey, absolutely right now, got the same shirt. Haven't changed it yet. I'm about to. However, so the key points again is that you may not have legal protections like privacy, focusing on competitive advantages, and that you can potentially affect the trust if mishandled. This is coming from the place of, one second, let me, oh, it's over here. This is coming from the place of understanding secrets, privacy, health care. Okay. Secrets, on the other hand, are typically sensitive information that may be beneficial for an organization. And it can relate to operational strategies, vendor relationships, and internal communications. And the key points for that is that, like privacy, because these are secrets, right? It focuses on organizational strategy and competitive advantages. So that can be a secret. It can potentially affect trust if mishandled. Now, legal considerations, both privacy and secrets must be managed carefully within a healthcare environment due to ethical considerations and legal obligations. Violations can lead to legal repercussions, noncompliance with HIPAA and other regulations that can result in fines and sanctions and imprisonment. Danger to reputation, such as breaches of trust that can harm the hospital's credibility, loss of patient or employee confidence. If either party feels their information is mishandled, it can lead to a decrease in trust. Now, again, I was just saying how I visited the doctor, and I noticed a lot of times people are standing outside of the offices if paid. or little porch monkeys, I call them. You don't know what they're doing. If someone paid them to listen in to see why you're there or what. That ain't. So the best practices is to uphold both privacy and secrets about the healthcare organizations that should be considered. Training programs, regular trainings on data protection for all employees and clients and vendors. Robust policies such as implementing clear policies that define if you talk too much to the wrong vendor, the wrong patient, or the wrong employee, or the coworker. Yes, you should tiptoe because you can go down to the what? Fingerprint joint. Access controls, limiting access to sensitive data to only those who need it for their roles. And you can't trust them either, because if you put a check big enough in front of them, they'll sell themselves. By recognizing the difference in requirements for privacy and secrets within healthcare, we are upholding not only legalities and processes to protect all, but keep in mind that this can be you or your loved ones. Nothing is forever, for sure, but we must consider the God that loves us all and wants the best for each and every one. Always do the right thing, not just in private or in secrecy, but also in the eyes and records or recordings of God, which sees all and records all. Say it ain't true, yes it is. So the remedies to me for this goes in. They enjoy sharing information for money, selling body parts, being a part of conspiracies and crimes. Said the DMV putting your information on there so the food at the club or somebody snatching your purse or coming in your house tending to be a lover or a best friend, digging through your personal effects, and they got a contract from a what? Rich person, paid money to commit a crime so they can get an organ, and you're aiding by causing people conflict, going through their private information, selling their social security numbers, selling their stuff online or to the highest bidder, body parts as if they're a slave, in secrecy. And they're going to pretend, oh, it's just an accident, oops. Oh, it's just an overdose, oops. Oh, they went crazy and they got shot or hurt. Or doctors trying to remedy something through the medications and they hauled off and the needle, God is going to dig in your booty hole. Now, for the people that get these little mental problems that conglomerize together different agencies, thinking nobody's watching, nobody knows, only the victims will get hurt. No, you're going to get a lick too. Again, people never really survive or they're too ashamed to tell their testimonies. Because if you're victimizing people, you will be a victim. Period. I don't care how well you live. You're going to have to hide, be secretive. You can't really enjoy it. And you're going to think you're going to go somewhere else and be happy. All right, Scarface. Gotcha. Okay. So I think fingerprinting is important in these places. These people should be regularly fingerprinted. And things that they touch and things that they do, there should be an imprint or an impression that they have access to things. And again, they should always be getting fingerprinted regularly if they're having access to records and files and items like blood, organs, people, records. Their phones should be tapped and monitored legally. All devices that they touch, anything they sign into, whether it's by the hospital's rules, laws, their personal information, Google, everything. They should not have any privacy. I don't care. Their blood work should be done too, so that if they are killing people, they should be in the CODIS thing. Okay. So if they should come up as saying somebody found some DNA on somebody, and it was the person that worked at every week, they should be entered and updated to CODIS, DNA testing, or Dana, and whatever else. They should be well known for the connections and relationships they have publicly. It should be accessible. Any deaths or missing reports or investigations involving each person working at hospitals, DMVs, clubs, they should not be able to pay the cops or whoever this happened. an incident. No charges. They should go into for fingerprinting, regularly touching files, records, and items. At work, they should have tap phones legally, have access to their own and public or business wise. Every week they should be entered and updated in the CODIS. So if their blood's registered, as soon as it's taken, if it picks up in the system, ding ding, there you go. See, any deaths or murders that anybody that's touching paperwork saying we did whatever, the information should go into CODIS. If they ain't guilty, they ain't guilty. Fingerprints on their guns, their uniforms that they wore should be checked. They should take a lie detector test. All right. Nobody should write off anybody's injuries. Tow trucks being called. All called. They just came through and picked up the car. And we rinsed it down. And they took the body through the ambulance to just, oh no, dude transported it in his trunk. Yeah, he had a little shovel in it. It's a little, a little dusty and silver. Because he forever playing with something. All kinds of weather. Okay. All y'all going in CODIS and Dana. Suckers. Anyway. Well, in God's, because he gave you blood. He knows who you is. You can't hide. Now, mandatory results in lawful consequences, death penalties, all involved, whatever applies. And again, good old boys club. Well, my cousin said I could. Look, don't do 75 and a 30. Even if it say 30, you ain't got to drive 30 if there's traffic. Just because the sign said 30 don't mean you should drive 30. I'm so sick, y'all, on the Lakeshore Drive. That thing clearly is 25 miles per hour, maybe up to 40. You suckers be coming down there doing 375 miles per hour, then blowing at people. Go on, flip over in the water. Is that where you hit those bodies, ding ding? You going ahead. Yeah. I like driving along the Lakeshore Drive. Because you figure ain't nobody stopping there. Those little spots you was trying to visit to bury body parts. You little jerk. All right, the hospital should be penalized. The police department, fire department, the ambulance, tow truck, the delivery dude that drive trucks. I was trying to transport to another state for sex trafficking purposes or organ harvesting. Say it ain't so. The DMV, the whole thing, redone. You can't even get a state job. People tell me you can lose your job if you don't participate. Y'all act like these people don't have bosses. Y'all scared? Anyway, that's why it's important to trust God. Sit here now, fat and fine. God always make way for me. And He'll do the same for you. You ain't gotta take funeral home need to go down. The cemeteries. All moving parts that were involved in anybody's death should be investigated. Period. Including people that sold the pens and paper. Investigate. No exemptions. If companies are guilty, shut that sugar down. Everybody in it. So they can never reestablish it. All of them should be locked up. What I said. For the debauchery. So it don't continue. Cameras, Ricos. So who it is? God is the money. He's tracking your spending. So that's His cotton. It is His energy. And again, if you're using your money for crime and debauchery, stealing people's body parts, thinking y'all cute, modeling, sirs, ma'ams, in any country, anywhere in the world, God will touch each participant, known and now infamous, I am so happy to report that. Now, you don't understand why I said that? You should be in my shoes. I wish you the same, honey. Not out of evil, but I think at some points people should always experience what they put out. See how it looks. Then you'll understand my point of view. May the Lord bless and keep you until next time.